So I've noticed over my time of playing the Arsenal that certain melees have stereotypes or things that can be said about the holder that are attributed to them, which is the point of this video. Also, I will be leaving out some items and categories just because only the developers have them, so there's not really a stereotype that you could say for that, except for you're a dev. And finally, this is all ironic, so if I talk down on your favorite melee, it doesn't really matter what I say, it's just the fact that you like using it or not. And with that all out of the way, let's begin, shall we? You just started playing or use it because of the one animation you can do with F and R. You watched Sun in 2021 and used it because it was in all of his montages. You've been playing the game since 2019 and flex this at every opportunity you have. You're using this on an alt account because it was the first unbox you got, or you're a wannabe movement player. You like pirates or something, but let's be honest, nobody mains this melee. You're an OG 2020 comp player, watch Enrique, and also wish that the old physics were back. You have really bad tastes. You wish you had the kill brick, so you use this instead. Racism is against YouTube's TOS. You don't exist. You're probably level 50 plus in the Arsenal Discord server and have absolutely no life. You like the flip animation, and you use this so you can be different from all the sword users because you think they're cringe. You were a tanker fan in the prime YouTube era and probably have quit by now. You're one of those people who only logs in every 5 months but still somehow manages to be good. You're one of like 3 people, I swear I've literally seen nobody use this melee before. You like Sniper from TC2. You probably only play public servers and use this to meme around with Brute. You're a really sweaty comp player who constantly spams the animation on this and are also the scum of the earth. You abuse the hell out of all the glitches you come across and used to use this so you could fly in the air. You're memeing around because it makes a really stupid noise and sounders love you. Once again, you're one of like 3 people, or you're just using this to pair it with the cow skin, but nobody really mains this. You're one of those people who think trick shots are shooting someone and then looking away right afterwards. You're an OG John Roblox fan from 2019 and most definitely have quit the game by now. You're using this with Holiday Panda and have watched some very questionable Arsenal animations. You like Christmas and old items. You're the type of person to combine on a pure mesh melee and then realize the unusual doesn't show until you're done wasting all your skins. You miss the old events and especially the summer updates, which is why you use this. You want to use something with the crowbar animation, but you also just have terrible tastes. You're one of those people that has every single delinquent unusual combination and as well are an event hunter even though there's no events. People who use this are either really bad or really good, but all of them are comp players and most of them are really sweaty. You're a tanker fan and are using this because you wish the fisticuffs had something more to them. You probably like torturing yourself with the worst possible eyesores, which is in turn why you use this absolute abomination of a melee. You're a Glustic fan and probably have the most cancerous playstyle known to man, but are still only like R5. Not a lot of people use this anymore, but if you did main it at some point, you were pairing it with the ninja skin. And then there were 59. Once again, you like Sniper from TC2. You're constantly going for the most ridiculous trick stabs and have definitely played Spy in TF2 before, and also you love rocket jumping. I'm pretty sure nobody actually likes this ugly piece of trash, but if you do, I really have no words for you because it doesn't even show the weapon skins, so I don't know what you're on about. You started playing in 2020 and liked the Halloween updates, and you use this now to remind you how good the game once was. You're elite toners. If you're not using this with the clown skin, you're probably a sociopath because I've really never seen anyone use it outside of that. What is this again? You play Phantom Forces and you're trying out Arsenal for the first time, so this is the melee you end up using because it's the first one you got from the melee crate. You use this because John Roblox used to speak highly of it back in 2019. You're a CSGO fan or you have ADHD. Literally nobody mains this. You're a seasonal Enrique Brev enjoyer. You have really good taste in melees and use this because the animation is broken. By far the most overused melee in the game, pretty much everyone at least at some point has mained this. There's so many people that use this religiously that it's kind of impossible to pin down a certain stereotype, but guaranteed all of you spam F and R all the time, especially after you get kills. Super jumps are your favorite movement mechanic and you use them at every opportunity possible even if you know you're gonna die by doing it. You like TF2 Scream Fortress and use this because it looks like the Headless Horseless Horseman's axe. You hate the way that it looks, but you use it because you're left-handed and this is the only melee that shows up on the left side of the screen. You love Scythes and hate Arsenal Reloaded because of the time capsule system. Anybody who mains this has been devoted to the game for years, and you're probably also friends with like a mod or some developers. You never play seriously and are always just trolling around. You're a Cactus fan and Headshots Only is your favorite game mode. If you aren't using this with Holiday Panda, I don't know what you're doing. You like the Sledgehammer from Phantom Forces. Is that a Trusted Bubbles reference? Whoa! Never seen anyone main this before. I have a sneaking suspicion you're using Extended. Easily one of the coolest melees in the game, and anyone who mains one is probably liked by everyone. You're going melee only in a public server, and you chose this because of how ridiculous it looks. You're a Silenced fan. You're a trickshotter who actively changes their sense mid-game to spin faster. You get terrible performance, and that's partly because of the fact that your settings are the worst imaginable. You really like the Scythes and use this one because Christmas is your favorite holiday, and as well it just looks really cool. You wish you had the Coal Scythe. Once again, another OG melee. You started playing in 2020, and there's a high chance you quit because nobody really uses this much anymore. You wish it had the Doom pull-out noises, but you use it anyways just because you think it looks cool. You probably have the worst settings ever, or use it because it's a one-handed melee. You like the Energy Blade, but use this instead because it's more pointy. Probably one of the best looking melees in the game, and I feel like most people who use this are also really good. You're a movement player and started using this when Enrique talked about it on his channel. You wish you had the Bouquet, and you want to use a Valentine's melee, so this is your best option. Most people who use this definitely don't take the game seriously, or they got it from the Halloween event and think it's really good because it's legendary. You're a Matrix main and are probably using this with the Cole weapon skin. Honestly, this melee is really underrated, and if you're using it, it's because of the little white streak trail thing it does when you swing it. You want to use a melee from the 2023 Halloween event, and since this is the best one that was released, you main it. This is basically the Annihilator sword but better, and you use it because of the pull-out animations. You use it because of the really stupid beeping noise it makes when you inspect it. I feel like most people that use this don't realize it's a Star Wars reference, and probably just have seen it in trick shots, so that's why they main it. You wish you had the ACT trophy, so this is your next best option. You probably got this from the code and not when it was available from that fake admin Game Pass thing, and you try to use it to flex despite the fact that it's like the slowest melee in the game. You wish there were more melees that had rainbow effects. You wish you hadn't spent your money on the pulse laser nerf gun and instead have saved it for the newer pistol one that you can get. You bought this off of Amazon in the first few milliseconds and use it all the time, but then again I don't blame you because this is one of the best looking scythes, especially because of the particle effects. You were really hyped that Roll finally released a trailer on their channel after so long, and your parents happened to have Amazon Prime, so that's how you got it. But now you probably don't use it as much because it makes the really annoying noises. You're a mod. Yeah, there's not really that much else to this melee, because that's the only way you can get it. This is the #1 most unused knife from the bundles, and that's just really because it's kind of plain. But if you're using this, it's because you wished you had some of the other bundle melees. You're level 100 in the Arsenal Discord server and submit to every single challenge Crystal hosts, which is few and far between, but you still manage to win because you're a good artist. This melee is really annoying because of how much of the screen it takes up, even with view model min mode, so most people that are using it are just trying to make their money's worth because it did cost Robux to buy. You're friends with Scaptors or Castlers, I guess, because nobody really owns this except for those people. You love scavenger hunts and were one of the first people to complete the Night's Edge event, and you've also liked the Moai meme since it was first around. You know, it's a real shame how this melee was released. It was hyped up for such a long time, and then Zone just didn't release the event for an entire year. And now that it's come out, people realize that it's a glitched melee, meaning the mesh is messed up, so you kind of move weird with it and can't do certain jumps. But in terms of the people that actually own this, I mean, it's cool that you went through all the steps to complete the event, but let's be honest, the second boss fight is a lot more difficult. I feel bad for the people that actually just like the way this melee looks, because it's gotten such a bad rep from all the delinquent that's cringe users spamming AD and using this all the time. I don't know why that's such a popular setup, but it's been just memed upon for so long. But if you got this from when it was like first released, where there was only 50 copies, you're easily one of the most devoted players to the game. Ah, the Firebrand. So many people like it because when Castlers made videos, everyone wished they had this melee, which is why it's so used today after it was released with the Night's Edge event. Most of the players I've run into who have this as their main melee usually are pretty nice, even though it's used in comp a lot. The Ghostwalker was the first melee I got from the Night's Edge event, and I've made it for a while myself. I have to say it's probably just because it looks like the classic sword. I mean, it is obviously, but it's just completely white, which just makes it a lot more cleaner on the eyes, and a lot of people use it for that reason. You like the F and R animation of the dagger, but you want to be different and also have a particle effect. You like the Ghostwalker, but you use this because it has a particle effect and a glow. You're probably R8 plus and are pairing this with the brick battle. I don't know why, but this just really attracts good players. This is what I would like to consider the ugliest sub melee. It's basically the Ghostwalker but worse. The people that use this like chrome a lot and just want a reflective sword. You've streamed yourself doing over 100 attempts of the Night's Edge event on YouTube, or you just got insanely lucky with the rock spawns. But either way, all the players that own this are clearly event hunters, and they all really care a lot about anything the devs will give them, even if it's just a crummy melee that looks like a piss sword. Well, there you have it. That's my opinion on every single melee and arsenal and what it says about you. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider subscribing, as I do want to upload more content like this in the future. So yeah, I will see you all later. Peace.